What's going on, everyone? Tiger here, and I have episode 22 of my Eagles Connected Careers right here in Madden 13, and finally, the highly anticipated off-season video. Sit back, relax, hope you guys are enjoying your Friday evening right now. And this is about a 15-minute long video, so hopefully you guys enjoy this off-season. It's jam-packed, and you guys saw some of the retirements right there, but let's get into it right now. We just ended up losing the Super Bowl, so we're going to try to bounce back from that loss and try to build this team up and make it even stronger next year so we can make another Super Bowl run. So we're going to start off. We're going to try to re-sign our punter, keep our punter. Some of these guys we want to keep, and some of these guys we want to lose. JAMARIOUS Johnson, our rookie wide receiver out of Tulsa, we definitely want to keep him. Derek Landry, defensive tackle. We got to keep some defensive tackle, so we want to keep him. Atagwe, he's an alright safety. We just give in and try to sign him. Marty Gillard, again, he was buried on the depth chart for wide receivers, and he didn't get that much playing time, but we give him a new contract. And you see there's a bunch of guys that we decide not to re-sign, and you see some of these guys rejected our contract offers, are testing free agency now. Derek Landry and OJ Atagwe. So now after that, we're gonna get into free agency, and this video started off kind of fast, but all I want to say is, before my last video, I asked for, I think, like 30 likes or something like that, and that video almost has 50 likes on that Super Bowl video. So let's try to get 45 likes on this video, guys. Let's see if we can do it. But yeah, we're in the free agency right now, and this free agency, it just feels like there's no big name guys, honestly. Like quarterbacks, there wasn't any big name quarterbacks. And then when I look at the top rated players, like, they're alright, but there's no like Nnamdi Asomugha or Mike Wallace or Greg Jennings or like a big time player like wide receiver. You see Ted Ginn is up top, Jerome Simpson. So the free agent pool was kind of weak, to be honest. I was like kind of disappointed, but I made the most of it. Of course, I looked through the list, and I tried to get some players that I wanted. Like, I knew I wanted to get another tight end because Brent Selleck having those fumbling problems and also him getting hurt too. So I was looking at tight end. The offensive line is something I wanted to address to help out our quarterback, and also our linebacking core. I know D'Amico Ryans is here to stay as the middle linebacker, Michael Kendricks as the left outside linebacker, but that right outside linebacker spot, we need a new position. We need someone there too, and at cornerback position too. Nnamdi Asomugha and Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie, they are our starters, but we still do need to solidify that nickelback position and that dime cornerback. But our first contract offer for free agency, I'm gonna try to give Dennis Pitta a contract. I want him. He can be right behind Brett Selleck, or even challenge Brett Selleck for that starting position. So I send him a contract offer. This fullback, I just decided to pick him up because we needed a new fullback. We decided not to keep our old one. So this fullback, I'm just gonna give him whatever. Honestly, he's all right, I guess. But also, when I went to go sign more players, it said I did not have enough cap room. So actually, I'm releasing some players right now. And Dion Lewis, first one out. I'm just gonna stick with LaShawn McCoy and Bryce Brown at running back. Dion Lewis, I didn't use him enough, honestly. And Marvin McNutt, I hate to do this. We just drafted him last year. In real life, the Eagles drafted him, but honestly, we need all the money we can get, and he's buried on the depth chart. And Marty Gillard, I just gave him a new contract, but you know what? He's out the door too. Clay Harbor, we're gonna try to get a new tight end in free agency or something, so we release him. But the biggest trade of this free agency has happened. We trade Michael Vick and our first round draft pick to move up all the way up to the top 10 in the NFL draft, I believe up to the 7th spot. And we're also trading Trent Cole away for a second round draft pick. And before you guys freaking come at my neck right now and say, why'd I make those 2 blockbuster trades. By the way, we're sending Danny Amendola a contract. The reason why I decided to trade Michael Vick is because we owed him $15 million in this year, and that's huge money right there. He has a huge contract. Honestly, he did play pretty well. He did lead us all the way up to the Super Bowl, but $15 million, he's getting old, and Nick Foles is right behind him. We're looking, we might look at a quarterback possibly in the draft. You never know. But we move all the way up from the 31st pick in the first round to all the way up to the 7th pick. Now our options is widened up. But you see here, I didn't talk about some of these other free agents that were signed. Tracy Porter, big-time cornerback, in my opinion at least. I've always liked Tracy Porter in real life. We decided to give him a contract. And now we're looking at our draft board to see if we can potentially get our quarterback of the future in case Nick Foles doesn't pan out, in my opinion. See if we can pick up a quarterback with this 7th pick in the first round. So we're just looking at some of these quarterbacks, and awareness is a big thing. Without good awareness, you can't do anything. And I'm looking at someone that's somewhat like Michael Vick, I guess, that can scramble a little bit and has good short throw accuracy. That's something that's big in my opinion, short throw accuracy. And this guy, Ron Donson, out of Kentucky, he had like a story behind him, so I was looking at him a little bit. But back to free agents now. I'm signing Keith Rivers. D'Amico Ryans is our starting middle linebacker. Michael Kendricks is our starting left outside linebacker, but we still need a right outside linebacker. But you see here, we decide to trade our 7th round pick for a 2nd round and a 3rd round draft pick. And the reason why I did that is because I was looking at those quarterbacks, and there's nothing that really came out to me, honestly. So there's nothing. I didn't want to use that top pick in the round 1 on a quarterback that's all right. Like, I wanted a stud. So honestly, if I can trade those picks, if I traded that round 1 pick to get another 2nd round pick and to get another 3rd round pick, that's huge. So now we have 2 2nd round picks and 2 3rd round picks. So I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I traded a lot during this offseason. Now I'm looking for an outside linebacker. That's one thing, like I said, I was talking about earlier on, that I wanted to upgrade on this team, that outside linebacker position, right outside linebacker, to be alongside D'Amico Ryans and Michael Kendricks. So I'm looking at these linebackers, and doing these scouting. I honestly like it better this way, this scouting, because you can actually pick what you want to see in this offseason. And I don't know if this seems like I'm all over the place. Sorry, this is my first time making an off-season video like this, so I want it to be good. But you see here, the CJ Glass guy, wide receiver, I was looking at him, and 95 speed, his agility seems good, and that was the guy that I was looking at that I might want to pick up. And Mark Wood, this fullback, he came in, he has a storyline behind him, one of those guys with storylines. And he was a running back at first, but he switched to fullback. He went to a combine as a fullback, and and this is a guy that I'm looking at because I want a bruiser. I want someone that can take some handoffs, and right there behind LaShawn McCoy. I'm gonna be using LaShawn McCoy and Bryce Brown more together, but Mark Wood, he might be in the mix somewhere there if we decide to pick him up. And quarterbacks now. Just because I'm not drafting quarterback, decide to use that 7th overall pick on a quarterback. I'm still looking at quarterbacks in the later round, and this LaJohn Jackson guy I'm looking at, he has decent stats. His speed is a B2, and his size is good. And this is a guy that I might look at, 6'3". He seems like a pretty good quarterback from what I was scouting. So a guy that I'm definitely looking at. And now the various bulk guy, outside linebacker from Duke. Right now, this is a guy that I'm looking at, and his stats just look amazing from what I'm looking. A, hit power, B, pursuit, B, awareness. Just overall, like, this is a guy that I want to be alongside D'Amico Ryans and Michael Kendricks. So that's a guy I'm looking at. And now, offensive line, that's a big part of our team, a big hole on our team, offensive line. So if we can get a guard. And this guard, oh my god, I think we found a diamond in the rough, a gem right here. But now going through our free agent, who we got from free agency right here. Some big names on this list: Tracy Porter, Danny Amendola. He's doing Dennis Pitta's on. So I made the most of what I got basically out of this free agent. It wasn't as big as I thought it was gonna be, honestly. Not enough biggie names, but I think we strengthened our team through free agency a lot. But now getting into the draft now, guys, this is a big thing. We're looking at the first pick. The St. Louis Rams had, and they took a wide receiver, and the Bengals took a running back with their second overall pick. So after that, I just simmed all the way to our pick, the first pick of the second round. Remember, we do have 2 second-round picks and 2 third-round picks. So now we're looking to make our pick, and we could have went all over the place with this pick, honestly, but I decided to go tight end. The 6'7" Carl Kruger. This is a guy that he has a storyline behind him, and he actually led the NCAA in receiving for tight ends. So one of those storyline guys at 6'7", you can't go wrong with that. This guy's a beast. He's definitely gonna push Dennis Pitta and Brent Selleck for that starting tight end position, and that just gives another weapon for Nick Foles or whoever is gonna be our starter. We don't have a starting quarterback yet. But now with our second round pick, we're looking at this Darius Bullock guy, and this is a guy I talked earlier on about in the video, and he is such a beast. We decided to take him, and he looks like to be our answer right there, to be alongside Michael Kendricks and D'Amico Ryans. And CJ Glass, a guy that I was also talking about, we use our actually, I don't know if I used this pick on him, but CJ Glass is a guy, speed wide receiver right here. 5'10", but 95 speed. He can be our primary kick return, punt returner guy. And we need a slot receiver too. We have Danny Amendola, but there's always, last year, you have to remember that Brent Selleck and Deshaun Jackson both got hurt, so we can't have too many wide receivers. And I want to add more speed, so that's a huge pickup right there in the draft. And now this diamond in the rough guy I was talking about, this right guard. Look at him. He has B pass block, B run block, just B. Like this is a diamond in the rough right here. We decided to take him, the Demarius Brooks right there. So far this draft is looking pretty nice so far. I'm liking the picks ups we're doing. And Mark Wood is still there, our fullback that we're looking to pick up, but we decided to pass on him for now. And look at LaJawn Jackson, 6'3" quarterback, and this guy I'm excited about. I decided to draft him, and it's going to be fun preseason. Nick Foles versus LaJawn Jackson. Get ready for that, guys. But we took LaJawn Jackson. Now we're looking at Mark Wood. This is the full running back turn fullback that I was telling you guys about, and he's a bruiser. I decide, you know what, take a chance on him. 250-pound guy. He can be like a short yardage back. And now we're in the 6th round so far I'm really liking our draft. I feel like we hit everywhere we need to go so far, and we still have 2 more picks remaining for 6th round. Look at this cornerback at the top of the list. That I scrolled past him, but he was at the top of the list. He was projected to go in the 2nd round. I know nothing about this guy, but he's projected to go in the 2nd round, and he's still sitting here in the 6th round. You know what? We need some cornerback help. So I believe I'm gonna take him. I'm not sure if I do take him, but I believe I do take him. But yeah, we take him, and with our last pick, we just take a tackle, that right tackle, Jimmy Johnson. So yeah, overall draft, we hit everything that I wanted to hit. We got a big tight end, 6'7". Excited about that guy. We got a left outside linebacker that I'm going to turn right outside linebacker. He's going to start right outside linebacker. We got the speedy wide receiver. We got Demarius Brooks, who's a beast guard that's going to be there. Mark Wood, bruiser, running back, fullback, whatever. We potentially got our quarterback of the future, LaJawn Jackson. So overall, free agency and this draft, overall, I think I did pretty well. But yeah, this is my first off-season video. I didn't know what to show you guys, honestly, so I just tried mixing everything in this video, and hopefully it wasn't too cluttered and all over the place. But yeah, let's try to hit that 45 like total, and I'm really excited to get into season 2 of my Eagles Connected Careers right here in Madden 13. I'm real excited to bring you guys that. And now the battle quarterback. Who do you guys want to start at quarterback? Nick Foles and LaJawn Jackson. I'm gonna have them split time in the preseason games. And yeah, do you guys want to see every preseason game? Do you guys want to see one preseason game,